I guess when it comes to personal boundaries, I guess I don't really have one. Because, on one hand, I watch your Oscar-nominated films, and then on the other, I'm watching movies about evil Nazi sausages. And yoga hosers, two of the best friends who work for a convenience store have to fight and defend for themselves when emerges an army of evil Nazi sausages. And they plan to take over Canada, and these girls are not having it because they don't want their party plans ruined. Now look, if you rolled your eyes at that plot synopsis, stay away. Stay far, far away from yoga hosers. I have to say, I might be one of the few people on this planet who actually kind of like this film. I see a ton of people hating on this movie. And if you stuck up your middle finger when this movie was over, boy oh boy do I understand why, and that is perfectly fine. I was mildly entertained by it, and I guess you could say it's a guilty pleasure for me because I was really not expecting much out of this film. But there are things about this movie that I just kind of adored. And I think the thing I enjoyed the most was just its pure creativity and weird factor. You definitely feel like you haven't watched anything quite like it. I thought the two girls, the Colleen sisters, had great chemistry. I definitely can tell you, these people were having the time of their lives making this film. I also really like the energy of this film. This movie has a really good energy. This isn't a movie that I'm probably going to watch ever again, but if you're wanting a movie that you can laugh at and make fun of with your friends after you've had a few beers down, this is definitely that movie for you. And if you're a Kevin Smith fan, I think you're probably going to enjoy this movie. Now, in terms of faults with this movie, there are a ton of issues with this film, and I can't get into all of them, but I definitely think the writing and the directing is just not quite up to what we've expected from Kevin Smith. But I think the main issue with this film is this film, just like Tusk, suffers from some major structure issues. I mean, it takes 45 minutes before we even really get into the Nazi sausages, and I couldn't help but watch it at times to be like, I'm not bored, but when is the movie that I came for actually gonna kick in? Yoga Hosers is sure to tick off a lot of people, but guess what? It's a guilty pleasure movie for me. It doesn't always hit, but when it does, it hits just enough to make this a mildly fun, dumb midnight movie. And I look forward to the final film in this trilogy, Moose Jaws. As the score goes, I'm gonna give Yoga Hosers a 3 out of 5. So you guys, have you seen Yoga Hosers? Are you a Kevin Smith fan? Let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, I'm the Slasher Movier, and you guys have just been slashed.